Have you ever had a time in your life where you have to make a decision and they got that feeling of awkwardness and it's a bit tricky? Well, I'm kind of there now. So let's see how I can solve this. Decisions. Wow, tricky. So, hello, welcome back. So I'm at a bit of a, I want to say crossroads, but I think that'll be exaggerated. It's not really a crossroads, it's just something, and this may get very dark, so brace yourselves. Trigger warning. It's a kind of weird one because tomorrow's my birthday, and as you know, for earlier on in the year, back end of last year, I had some difficulties, you could say. That's probably understatement of the year. This birthday that's coming up is, I think it's going to be a tricky one, because one, obviously, you know, for what happened, my situation is considerably changed and different. That really is the reason why it's difficult, because I think it's kind of in your mind. I mean, generally I'm not a person who really sort of, I say, thinks a lot about birthdays. Certain birthdays, you know, the particular ones, 21, 30, 40, and you think, okay, you know, oh, should I feel different at these particular birthdays? I never have really, maybe because I'm, you know, ridiculously stupidly immature and always act like a child. So I'm never really bothered about, oh, you know, I'm bothered about being this particular age. I'm not, you know, that hasn't been never been an issue. But I think there's a sort of, well, there's a thought in my mind, definitely, that, yeah, this birthday that's tomorrow is a sort of, I suppose it is a significant one, but it's difficult because I think when you, perhaps, and this is a thing from society, I don't know, but there's, I suppose, in your mind, it's easy to think, well, by these certain ages as we go through, that, you know, you would have done certain things by a certain age. Now, whether it's, you know, had kids, got married, got a job, you know, whatever it may be, or travelled, etc., etc. And I think that's why this one is sort of kind of hounding me, because from where my life was last year and to where it is now is considerably different. And, you know, it's almost like, I think by a certain birthday you think, well, I'm gonna, you know, basically got my shit together in life, you know, kind of various boxes are ticked. And as I sit here now, I think most of those boxes are now unticked, which is quite a difficult thing to kind of realise. And I'm just sort of, I can feel kind of emotion coming on with this, so that's what I mean. Hopefully it's not going to get too dark, but it's a weird one, because yeah, I sort of feel quite flat, to be honest, about it. And this feeling has probably been coming on for the last week and a half. That's probably why I was having a bit of a crappy week this last week, and it's kind of been building up. I don't know, it's yeah, I really don't know. And I suppose where I come to the point of this decision thing, because it's, you know, I guess I've got the decision as I see it is kind of think, f it, let's just get on with it, you know, which is, as I preach and as I talk, is the obviously sensible, better, good, whatever answer or decision, choice, or just give up completely. And I'll be honest, neither side's winning at the moment. And whilst in some ways that's a good thing, because the giving up thing is not winning, but neither is the get on with it winning. And yeah, it's a tough thing. And at this point I can see benefits both sides, which is not really the best position to be in. But, you know, it's still relatively, well, it's sort of afternoon today, so it's still relatively early, but it's just, yeah, it's a tough one. And the whole point of this is saying, well, you know, when you have to make a decision, you've got to make a decision. You can't sit on the fence when it comes to anything. When a certain situation crops up or arises and you have to decide that way or that way, either way could be really painful and difficult, and which is where I'm feeling now. I guess you can't sit on the fence. I guess that's the point. You have to make that decision. It's one or the other. You can't do both, but you can't also do neither. You can't sit on the fence. And I think that's the tricky one that I'm struggling with at the moment. And yeah, so it's kind of a bit of a dull vlog, if you like. But it's honest, and I think, yeah, so I guess where my message is to you guys is, you know, have you ever, or comment below, have you ever been in that position where you've got to make a decision and it's difficult? You know, either way is not obvious, and either way has its sort of downsides. And when I say downsides, I mean the downside to going, okay, let's get on with it. That's all upside in theoretically, but the downside is just the energy, the emotional energy, and the unknown, and all of that stuff. That's the downside. It's not actually a downside, it's more of a sort of a scary kind of fear, if you like. And the other side as well is also kind of got that scary fear as well, and downside. So that's why I'm in this predicament. And I suppose possibly you're thinking, well, it's not really obvious, you know, obvious what to do. And to a degree, yes, I agree. It's obvious to do the get on with it choice, but it doesn't feel that way at the moment, and so that's the whole point, I think. And that's where I'm struggling with it a little bit. So I wanted to kind of, yeah, share this with you and say, you know, when it comes to a decision, it is important to make that decision, even though it's difficult and feels impossible. But one way or another, a decision has to be made, and you know, I have to make that decision. And it's, I don't know, it's tricky, you know, and it's easy to go, okay, I'll have a bit of a snooze to disappear from it for a bit, but that doesn't solve it. That just means that when you wake up you have to do it. So there's no running away from this decision. And the fact that, you know, it's my birthday tomorrow, it doesn't mean I have to make the decision, you know, today or tomorrow. I'm putting that kind of deadline thing on there as a significant date, but there's no reason why it has to be then. But then it has to be at some point, otherwise you just continue to sit on the fence and just do nothing either way, and that's no life. And so I've kind of put that as, okay, that date is a significant birthday, it's a significant date, almost like a new year type thing. Bang, let's make this, you know, let's by then. And I suppose in my mind, wrongly, I put this pressure on myself, and that sort of adds to the cocktail of emotions. I don't know, but it's a tricky one, and something now I've kind of put on me. And at this exact point now, I don't know which way, but I do know I have to make a decision one way or the other. That's the thing. It's just, that's the tricky thing. Wanted to share this with you guys. I don't know why, but it's me being honest, my feelings of the day. And yeah, but if you ask, I guess the point is, I'm rambling a little bit because it's kind of playing on my mind. If you do have a decision to make, ultimately you do have to make it, no matter how difficult it is. Yeah, I'm kind of also telling myself that, but that's the thing. And it doesn't make it any easier to make the decision, but you just have to know, and then I have to know that I have to make it. So watch this space, I guess. But that's it for today. I hope you did get some value. I don't know how much value you could have got from that, but thank you for indulging me in my wallowing in my self-pity. But if you did, hit that like button so it's nice and blue, and thanks again for subscribing, it means a lot. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here, and check out my other video down here. Remember, live your best life and profit from that passion. See you next time. Bye bye.